Good morning, friends. It's another beautiful morning here at Groovy Plants Ranch. Today we're going to have a nice walkthrough. It's been about a week since I did it. Sorry I missed yesterday. If this is your first time walking with us, let me extend my personal invitation for you to grab your coffee or tea and come for a walk with us. Now, if you've been here before, you know how this works, and I hope you enjoy your morning walkthrough. So let's go see some of our cool plants. It is pretty cold outside still, so a lot of our fun spring color we either have covered or pulled in for the night. But this really looks like it's going to be the week where we take off to the races for the growing season, so I'm pretty excited. That said, the greenhouses are packed, and there's a ton of new stuff since we walked the last time together. So let's go see what we have. So to kick things off here in Greenhouse 1, we still have a pretty nice selection of these Jurassic Rex begonias. I'm really loving these. These are huge. They're in 12-inch containers. It's like a Rex on steroids. A lot of assorted carnivorous plants this week. And just a quick overview, the greenhouses are very full. And this inventory's changed quite a bit since we last walked together. We have some expanded selection on Hoya, lots of string of turtles, that Oxalis plum crazy. All this stuff is looking really nice. Natalie and Emma have been doing a great job keeping up with our propagation and production. Some nice big floor plants in the back. Our Monstera Mile is a little less Monstera-y this week, but still a lot of really nice huge Monstera if you're looking for something with some impact. Tons of gorgeous stuff. Hanging baskets this week, quite a bit more than we had last week. Some nice African violets and some begonias just trickling out. Still another couple weeks, I think, from the majority of our begonias. Some asparagus ferns. Just a lot of really nice foliage right now. These Pilea look amazing, beautiful. Some larger tropicals here. Look how big our Psiloum here in the back is. So it's a beautiful plant. The trunk on it's amazing. But nice Rhaphidophora totems. The air plant selection looks good. We'll just loop around here and go this way today. Different Aglaonema. Really something for everybody. I'll try not to linger too long. I do want to show you some things outside, even though it's 7:30 in the morning and everything's either frozen or covered. Now, one fun thing, this week we have the first of our Mandevilla and hibiscus showing up. So that really is kind of like the beginning of the summer in my mind. This is a fun little peperomia, Peperomia depiana. Don't see that very often. And the peperomia selection is pretty incredible right now. And these hanging baskets are looking great. Rattlesnake calathea. I love Domino. This is Domino Peace Lily. It's a variegated peace lily. Maybe not for everybody, but I love it. And I'll be doing a rare plant reveal here probably early this coming week. We are going to be closed tomorrow, Easter Sunday. We have been going nonstop since the beginning of January. Everybody needs a break. So we will be closed. I hope everybody who celebrates the holiday enjoys it with their families as much as you can. Now let's go to our other greenhouse. So I'm going to go a little faster in this greenhouse because I want to show you some of our perennial huts and what's growing in them because they are getting emptied out today. It's our first day so far with a 2-week outlook that doesn't have freezing temperatures. So we are taking all of our perennials that are still left in greenhouses and bringing them out. These figs are looking great. They're going out today. And just some really nice, all kinds of nice stuff for your home or patio. These are all house plants in here. Now here in about a week or 2 weeks, this is greenhouse 2, is going to get flipped over to annuals. So our really incredible selection of annual color will be moving in here, and I'm pretty excited about that. So more to come there. Some nice Norfolks. Some large plants in the back here, really large. And hanging baskets galore, with ferns actually coming in on Monday or Tuesday. So hanging basket ferns are on their way. Here we have Natalie and Emma's urban veggie production, which is going to be perfectly timed. Stuff still coming up. And we use these rice pots. So these are actually made of rice. They're biodegradable. It's not 100% of our edible line, but it's pretty close, and I just think it's a really nice option. The pots hold up really well through production, and then no need to save them or anything. Just crunch them up and toss them in the garden. This is all ready. We have different lavender and sage and stevia, mushroom plant, thyme, etc., all ready to go. A little bit of patchouli left, and we'll be doing more patchouli, and tons of lemongrass. This always goes really quick, so these are for sale now. And then the tomato crop looks fantastic. This is just the beginning. We have multiple groupings like this, so we have a ton of stuff growing. And there you have it. That's greenhouse 2. So here we are in one of my favorite places, the Mercantile. And the selection is super, super nice. Again, hanging baskets galore. And not much room at all for more plants. We have a little room, and we'll fill that this morning before you get here. Just nice stuff. Try to botanically label everything we can. We have a ton of plants, so every now and then something slips through the cracks, but that way you know exactly what you're getting. You can get the information you need to be successful. Cacti are looking great. They are starting to sell through. And a lot of nice larger plants. I've always been a collector myself, so this is kind of, what you see when you come to Groovy Plants Ranch is kind of a look into my mind and what I like. I try to carry things I like, things that inspire me and interest me. And I love plants, so there's a lot of different stuff. These ruby necklace are really nice. They grow quick, and if you put these out in full sun in the summer, or even just a little bit of sun stress, they turn super purple, just like these calico kitten crassula. And you can see these little sachets. These are our pest control in the greenhouse that allows us to not use chemicals. So that's actually very, very tiny beneficial insects that control pests in our greenhouse so that we don't have to use toxic chemicals. And given that, one, I don't want to handle plants like that, but two, I have kids and dogs running around, it's important to us. Try to be as responsible as we can. Some really nice larger cacti. And the aloes here are blooming. So there you have it. There's Mercantile. Let's go look at a few more plants. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to show you one of our perennial huts this morning, but I would say there's 3 more just like this, plus everything that we've overwintered that hasn't come up yet. So all of these plants that are finished, well, everything in here is moving out today, but like all these gorgeous heuchera, these are going out to retail today. And then everything that's not ready, like this group, is going to go out to some growing blocks outside so that we can transition this little greenhouse over to more growing space to keep the process going. But you can see there are some really beautiful plants in here. I'm particularly excited about this time of year where we can fill the outside, get outside and breathe. It gets so tight in these greenhouses. You can see my aisle's about 1.5 feet wide. And it just allows us to get all these plants that we've been growing for months out to customers. It's why we do what we do. I really love providing plants to people, and I get to do it with a great team of folks. And this is what you get here. So, of course, if there's one that's a little small or not quite ready for retail, we'll pull it back and not put it out. But this is how it works. This is our perennial production, and perennials are one of our true passions here. But, you know, by opening these greenhouses up, we can do other things too. We don't have to do more perennials in here. We can do a third round of veggies and herbs, whatever it is that we need. I think this house is actually going to be the holding house for our large flowering tropicals. So it may actually open up to retail. You folks may be able to come in and shop right out of here a little earlier than waiting until May for your flowering stuff. So we'll see. I'm not quite sure yet. But that is perennials. Now out here in our retail perennial lot, we have a new shade structure coming up. So when this is finished, this will be our shade area back here by the bus. And then you can see here, our perennial selection is pretty full. Everything's pretty well frozen. Surprisingly, every one of these plants was out the night before last at 20 degrees. It was actually 19 when I woke up at about 5 in the morning thinking about it, and everything went through just fine. So we did not cover last night. We're hoping the results are the same, but it's really the benefit of having cold hardened, cold grown plants. And you can see they look just fine. So, you know, it's always possible we could get some damage here and there, but that's our job, to get in, clean it up, fix the situation. And it's better to have tough plants than weak plants. So here's perennials. Now, there's a little group I did cover last night. We will be moving out our annual color, our spring color. All of our violas and pansies stayed out uncovered, and they perk up as soon as the sun comes up. But I didn't want to leave out our ranunculus and stuff like that. Just thought it was a little bit too cold, but everything from here on out looks amazing. And then peonies and clematis are going to be coming out today as well. So still a nice selection on those if you've been looking for them. And quick run over to the potting saloon, and I'll just show you how this works. This has been a huge hit for us. People have been loving it. And first thing, when everybody gets in, we're doing a restock here on the pottery. But basically we just have shelves of pottery, and then this awesome potting bar our friend built for us. And basically you buy a pot, you buy a plant, you come here, you pot it, no mess. This potting soil's on the house. Kind of a novel idea, but fun, and people just have been really enjoying it. So if you're looking for a fun activity, this is a perfect idea. And we even have a section right here for kids. So if you're a little on the short side, you can step right up to the bar and pot stuff right there. Well, I hope you enjoyed our quick walkthrough. It was actually a little longer than I had planned. Enjoy your weekend. Today is going to be beautiful. We should be pretty busy, but nice thing is we're outside now, so we can all spread out. We will, as soon as temperatures warm up, we'll be moving everything out, so we'll have a ton more stuff to see outside. We are closed Sunday, so please don't come, because we won't be open, and that would be a disappointment. I hope you all enjoy your weekend, and thanks for walking with me once again. We'll do this again next week, and hopefully we'll have even more new plants to look at. I mean, we certainly will, because it's kind of a daily thing around here. Anyway, take care, and thanks for walking with me.